Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. I have a single page layout to share with you today. It measures 7 by 8¼ inches tall. And for the layout base, you can see I'm using some paper that I have in my stash that I will never ever use. And I am layering my photo and everything else on top of that. So I printed my photo at home. It measures about 3 inches wide, I do believe, by 8¼ inches tall, and then the other side of the layout is pattern paper. I'm focusing on playing with Simple Stories Happy Hearts for this layout. This little bit of green paper though is actually Cocoa Vanilla Studios, just some scraps that I had left in my bin, and I really liked that it had the torn edge. When I designed this layout in Cricut Design Space, I had a scallop border underneath there, but when I found this, as I was looking for paper to put there, I found the green pattern paper and went with that instead. The floral pattern paper measures I think it's about 3¾ inches wide by 2 inches tall. I can't really remember. I made this layout a couple of days ago and the fine details escape me. The journaling was printed on a piece of textured white cardstock. I used my computer to type it up and then printed it at home. And that little mat there is about 5½ inches tall, and I think it's about probably about 3 inches wide or so. I'm working on the top of the layout right now. I decided to cut a tiny little tag with my Cricut just from textured white cardstock. And then to dress it up a little bit, I took a little bit of that pink polka dot pattern paper from Simple Stories and added to the top of the tag. I trimmed off the rest of it, and that's all I'm going to be adding to the tag. It's going to be layered over top of this really cute floral heart. It's a die cut from the Happy Hearts collection, and it got layered on top of, as you can see, the blue pattern paper. On that, I'm adding a little phrase from Vicki Boutin that says "Grow Free Wildflower." I thought it was perfect for this story and the layout that I'm creating today about one of my plants that I've recently discovered is very finicky and does not like to be moved. I transplanted it just recently and then decided to move it to the living room because it had gotten so big. And now it's punishing me. It is not happy. It's dropping its leaves. They're turning yellow. And so I moved it back to the kitchen. I've been fertilizing it, just babying it, trying to, I guess, revitalize it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it works. It's still not 100% happy, so I'm hoping that as time goes on, it gets a little healthier. I'm pulling out the brads that come with the collection as well, and I'm using this little one that says EXO, and then you can see that I added a die cut flower behind the phrase as well. And then I went to the puffy sticker sheet and pulled off this cute little pink heart. I couldn't really decide where I wanted to put it because everywhere I auditioned it looked great in my opinion. In the end though, I put it down there next to the EXO brad. And that's going to be all for the embellishing at the top of the page. At the bottom of the journaling, there will be some embellishing as well. And then right here by a little bud that is growing in my money tree, I'm adding a die cut heart, also from the die cuts in Happy Hearts collection. And a phrase, I'm pretty sure the phrase comes from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. I'm still working on using up the phrase stickers from all the Cocoa Vanilla Studio collections I have. They're just sitting on my desk. And as a phrase works with the story, I pull it out and slap it onto the layout. I'm also adding a die cut flower behind the phrase as well, over top of that little heart. I'm using liquid glue behind it as well, just to be sure it stays put. And I thought I'd use my scissors to help me pick up the phrase without trying to bend or gouge the photo with my nails. It worked really well, quick and simple. And then back to the puffy sheet, I went and found another little puffy heart, and that's going to be attached to that little cluster right there. I really like the placement of it because it really highlights the little bud that is on my tree right now. There's like 3 or 4 of them right now, and they're growing pretty quickly. So I'm hoping that means my money tree is happy back in the spot that, or close to the spot that it was that it began. Here is the last little cluster that I'm working on, and once this is done, this layout will be complete. I have another little phrase from Vicki Boutin. This little phrase is actually from her print shop collection. The other one was from Fernwood, possibly. I'm not 100% sure which, but I know it's Vicki Boutin. And then I went back to the brad sheet from Simple Stories, and I'm adding a little brad next to the heart and the phrase as well. There you go, my friends. That's it for this layout. I really love how this layout came out. It's so pretty, and the florals are perfect for highlighting a story about one of my plants. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up and a like. If you enjoy hybrid and digital layouts and you want to see more content like this, maybe consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done that already. And I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye, guys.